Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast and video cast. No more excuses. I am your host, Sandy Ballard, the Badass Business Coach. Yes, for those of you watching, I do have a ball cap on, and it's an aloe hat where my beautiful, wonderful, amazing daughter opens new stores. She works for them. So thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, watching, and sharing the podcast with others, because after almost 7 years, I'm in 95 out of 195 countries. Who knew? Oh, it's so cool to see that people in a country I've never even heard of are listening. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And as always, if you are listening, if you've not checked in with me ever or in a while, please direct message me, comment, email me, sandy@sandyballard.com. And remember, Sandy is with an I, because my mother was a pain in the ass and she wanted to make my life difficult, and yours too. So remember that and email me where you are listening from. I'd appreciate that. And because it's just kind of crazy. And why I'm dressed like this is because I'm getting ready to run down, well, more like walk down, and catch my man candy at the finish line of a half marathon, Surf City half marathon. He hasn't been able to do a half marathon in quite a few years. 2 years ago, he was training and got injured. So this is exciting to see how well he's been doing. So, and it's raining or sprinkling, so all cap in it. Anyway, this is about you first. So I told him to slow down so I could get this done. And because, the days, the weeks, the months, they're flying by. It's already February, and we need to continue to build upon what we've already done. And yes, I know January, like I talked about last week, January was just kind of a half-assed, half motivating, but also getting stuff done, but just getting back into things from the holidays. So it was just a slow month for a lot of people, right? And that doesn't mean that we're not doing what we need to do. It just means things that are stealing our focus, right? And that's what I want to talk about today. No matter what we've done, our goals, big, small, they give us focus. Give us something to focus on. And that doesn't mean we stay focused, obviously, 100% of the time, but it gives us something to help us stay focused. And sometimes if you don't break the goal down, somebody's just like, okay, I'm going to quadruple my income, double my income, 10x my income, as Dr. Hardy says, I want to do that, but then they get overwhelmed and shut down and have the bonbon moments like I talk about. But that's why you have to break it down into smaller bites, smaller goals, right? Where they say how to eat an elephant one bite at a time. Who would eat an elephant? But I like that analogy. But that's why I always recommend to set the big goal, maybe 3 to 5 years, but always at the end of the year, and then work backward. What are you going to do every quarter? What are you going to do every month? And then even every week, the tiny little steps you take. What are you going to do to help you make progress? Those are the action items. And it's easier to help you stay focused. It's easier to stay focused if you have small things to achieve, because that creates that snowball effect, right? I know sometimes too, if I don't have a ton of things to do or a deadline, it sometimes throws off my day or my weeks. And, shit happens, right? It happens to all of us. And that's why I have my official to-do list, which it's not right here in front of me, so I can't show it to you, but versus my oh shit list. And if you're watching, you see I'm pointing at my head, which is the oh shit list, right? If you've listened to me for a while, I can't stand it. And I always suggest to my clients, get that oh shit list out of your head and onto paper, onto a calendar. I have a friend who schedules everything. Like, she'll schedule blocks of time, which I've talked a lot about, but she'll schedule her tasks like a meeting. So she literally knows what she's supposed to do every day. I have a bit of a combo. Like, I'll put reminders on my calendar and it'll beep and tell me, or I just look at that. But then I got to make sure that I don't have different things on my calendar than I have on my to-do list, because what do we do with our to-do lists? We prioritize. Yes, yes, yes. But we've all had the oh shit list at some point, right? And you think about why I named it that. It's because What have you had or told, had in your head or told someone, yeah, I'll get to that. I'll do that for you. I'll make that happen. And then things happen and you forget and you're like, oh shit. That's why I call it the oh shit list, right? It's we gotta get it out of our head, write it down. And the oh shit list can get you in trouble personally and professionally. It can ruin your reputation. Years ago, this is many, many years ago at this point, there was a guy starting a business back in Indianapolis, and he got a reputation for not following through, overcommitting, under delivering, right? But it was at that point of, the cart and the horse, the chicken and the egg, just doing more than you should, but then getting to that hump. And wow, he's been last 10 years, he's been growing. His business has been growing. I see him and his wife doing a lot of fun things. I can't even keep up with him. I keep up with him on Facebook. So, but there for a while, man, people were talking not so nice about him. And I was like, but he's a good dude, right? But I saw what he was doing, and I talked to him a little bit about it. It was before I was coaching. So yeah, I've been coaching now for 10 years. I've been coaching all my life, but officially coaching for 10 years now. And so I wish I could have been his coach or was his coach at that time, but I love seeing the success he's achieved now. But that proves that if you don't create your list and you have the oh shit list and you overpromise and underdeliver because it's all on the oh shit list, you're going to ruin your reputation. And he's lucky that he came out on the other side good. He regained people's trust, and that was so cool to see. But it does not always happen. It has not always happened. So don't try it. Don't try to keep it all in your oh shit list. Get it out. I don't care where you put it. Some people have phone apps on their phone, their iPads. Like I said, Google Calendar, whatever calendar you use Outlook. I use a combo, but my main thing is to keep me focused is I have my to-do list. I have the running long list that I call the found time list. And then I have my 1, 2, 3. So, those are the things that we have to do to help us stay focused and on task, because shit will go sideways. Shit will go sideways. I guarantee it. Goes sideways for me, goes sideways for other people too. So what are you doing to help you stay focused? Do you officially have your goals set? It's okay if you don't have your, year end set, but have you at least sat down and said, it's February. What am I doing? What did I accomplish in January? Even if it was itty bitty, because of getting back in from the holidays. And what are you going to do? I just did a talk last week. And the thing is, I said, write down one thing you will no longer do. You will no longer think or say, kind of like those negative limiting beliefs, bad habits. What no longer serves you? Because there's so much time. We have 11 months left in this year. But what do you want to do this week? What are you going to focus on this week? What are you going to focus on this month? That's what I'm going to shove down your throats this week. That's what I want to hear from you. What are you focusing on? Small things, little things, little things. Yes, I want big ass, badass goals from all of you, but I want to see how badass you can be in 1 week. What is it? Lose 2 pounds? I don't know. Run a half marathon? Get a client, make 10 sales calls. What do you want to achieve this week? What do you want to achieve by the end of February? All right, that's really what I want to hear from you. And I'd love to hear your tips, the ways you stay focused. The ways I stay focused, I said, was my 1, 2, 3 list, but also I have times where I can have music on or background noise of some sort. And then there's times where I just need solid quiet, right? And I also will sometimes go work outside, as most of you've seen. A lot of times I'm recording this outside, but not today because there's no covered area. It's like open slats. So did not want to get rained on and my computer rained on. So, I go down, I get out of my office to stay focused. Yes, Maybe that sounds weird. Some people need to go in the office. I have one client that, you know who you are. You were supposed to go in the office last week and you promised you're going to go today, Monday. So don't think I'm not going to check on you. So some people work it from home, but they have an office and they're more distracted at home and vice versa. I've worked pretty much at home most of my career, most of my entrepreneurship, but I could manage it. Not everyone can manage it because of the distractions of being at home. But like I said, sometimes I will go down to the pool area, just get out of here because I need to see something else besides these tiny little four walls, right? So my to-do list helps me stay focused. Either music or total quiet helps me stay focused. And sometimes location change helps me stay focused on the tasks at hand, on my mini goals, and then that helps me see progress toward my bigger goals. So, yes, what do you do to help you stay focused? All right, I want to hear from you. Comment, email me. You already owe me an email where you're listening, what country, what state, where. And then you owe me where you are or what helps you stay focused. What do you do to help you stay focused? And share a goal. Share a goal. What are you going to do this week? That's a lot, but follow me on social media. I'm still working on that TikTok-y thing, but I'm getting better at it. I'm getting more consistent at it. So any tips on that would be great as well. So I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great focus-filled week. Cheers.